Hello, this is Samantha, and this is day 5 of my You Can Change Your Life in 7 Days with Paul McKenna. I've got the book with me here. Today's theme is all about healthy foundations. I think it's perfect. We're looking at mind, body, and spirit. If you want to change some things in your life, you need to have a solid grounding, and you need to look at the physical, the emotional well-being of yourself doing that. Now, as with all of his other chapters, there is so much information. He puts it really simply and really succinctly, but you could spend months looking at each chapter in and of itself. It's really phenomenal. So I just want to pick out a subject that I think he has dealt with very well, and he's got a few simple tips and techniques that I want to share with you from this as well. Stress. Stress. We all know what stress is, right? I was actually giving a talk about this the other day to a group of wonderful ladies who, when I said the words, they all went, oh my God, do I know stress? Oh yeah, we all know stress. Now, what I have come to understand and have been taught is that stress is the body's reaction to perception. I'll say that again. It's our body's reaction to what we perceive in front of us. So I'll give you an example. You might be sitting in a movie. Maybe it's a scary movie or something. And, the big horror scene comes on. If you were to turn around and have a look at the people in the audience, some would just be like, oh my God. And others would just be going, not bothered at all. What's going on here? Well, what's happening is that different people are perceiving things differently. Some people are looking on in amazement. Some people just can't even look at this. And other people are just seeing pictures on a screen and it's not affecting them at all. And this happens all the time. Meetings at work, sharing new information changes. People deal with it so differently. I remember a meeting I was at work where some new information was given out, and some people were just like, oh my God, that's terrible. I can't believe it. They want to run outside, smoke a cigarette, go eat some food, whatever it is. They're not happy with this. I remember I was just thinking, oh, that's interesting. And I immediately went to the positives of what this could be, because it was my perception that this was an opportunity rather than something that was going to cause a problem in my life. And we're coming from different places. That's why. So Paul McKenna actually talked about perception and shifting perception in day 3. And a lot of the work, as I said, that I do with clients and with myself is the shift in perception. If you no longer perceive it as a problem or a threat, then you won't experience that body's reaction. Whatever you think is created in your body. So, without any further ado, I will share what he says, some simple techniques to help deal with stress. So one of them is power naps. Power naps are brilliant if you know how to do them. Power naps can be so effective. Our body needs rest, and sometimes it actually involves laying down on the sofa and sleeping. Personally, I've always struggled with long naps, so my body doesn't seem to want to wake up, but short naps, power naps, just recharge you completely. And he's actually given an exercise that you can do where you don't even sleep, but you just go into, for about a minute or two, a really deep relaxation by focusing on various parts of your body, which is fantastic. What I wanted to say about this is that there's a cultural stigma attached to them. I think it's changing. My mind has changed throughout the years. Like, is it okay? Is it not okay? I was brought up with napping is not okay. It's not okay. Babies nap, but adults don't. You stay awake and you just power on through. And I've begun to learn. I mean, I was working in France actually, doing seasons. So we worked hard and we partied hard and we snowboarded hard, and it was hard. They were long days, and so we needed power naps in the middle of them, and that was a constant thing for us. So that helped to change my perception because they were so helpful. And just recharging your body, resetting the brain is just, it's an amazing thing to do. Go ahead and try it. Don't do it too long. I think that's the key. All right, okay, it's got the exercise here. Essential exercise. Our body loves to move. Our body loves to move. And I'll give you an example of me and my mum then. We're very, very different. I love running. I love really aerobic exercise. I was recently working at Habilitat. It's a rehabilitation centre for drug and alcohol. And they are regimented. It's like military style there. And they have aerobics on in the morning, 5:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning. The 5:30 class is really easy, but it's a 5:30 in the morning and I was like, I don't want to get up. I would rather have a little bit more sleep and do the really hard aerobic one. And the first day I did this, because I hadn't been able to get out and do much exercise over the previous few days, I swear I came out of this aerobics and I could not take the grin off my face until at least lunchtime. It was amazing. I couldn't walk the next day, but I love the aerobics, you know, all this moving and sweating and pushing yourself. My body loves it. It craves it. When I'm not exercising, I know it and I need to move. My mum, however, doesn't like this, and I know other people like this. Running is just like, oh, I can't bear it. And so they need more things like yoga and stretching and other types of exercises, like a brisk walk that's going to raise their heart rate. The key with exercise is find what you love. I dance in my room. I turn music on and just dance in my room because no one's watching, hopefully. You know, that's an amazing thing to do. It makes me feel good. It's aerobically effective. It's wonderful. Just find what works for you. Don't make it a chore. Your body really appreciates it when you move. It's exercise. Right, energetic eating. So the majority of work that I do with clients is about emotional eating and food and cravings and all of that. And so stress in terms of eating is a huge thing. When we're stressed initially, it inhibits our appetite. It shuts it down. We don't get hungry. But if the stress continues over an elongated period of time, we start to produce the chemical cortisol. And cortisol is actually a motivator. And so it will motivate you to eat as well. Now, just really quickly into the sciencey part of this, why do we then crave all those carbs and the sugary, fatty foods? Well, those have been proven to shut down the places in our brain where we produce the stress and negative emotions. So it feels good, and consciously or unconsciously we'll start craving carbs and fatty foods when we feel stressed. So if you don't even know you're stressed, but suddenly you want lasagna or donuts or whatever it might be, and you don't normally want it, that is going to be a big trigger for you. Our body's always trying to look after us, maybe not in the ways that are best for us, but it wants that instant feel good. So energetic eating is not eating those things. It's eating the food that is going to empower you, nourish you, feed you, and give you energy and sustained energy. And what he suggests is that choose a food you like. If you're not sure if this is going to be good for you or not, eat it and then check how you feel about an hour afterwards. Check on how you feel. So I've been doing this. My diet has changed so much since I've been doing faster EFT on myself. I got rid of the emotional need for certain foods. Like I used to love cakes and sugary, carby things. Like I could eat a lot of sugar in one go. And I don't like it now. I honestly don't want sugar. I go into sweet shops and it's just a trip down memory lane. I don't want to eat any of it. I just don't need it. It's changed. The emotional need is not there because I know how it makes me feel. But I wanted to check on some things. So I often have a green smoothie in the morning. That's my ultimate. I know I've had a good breakfast then. Green smoothie, kale, spinach, some fruit, vegetables, nuts, something like that. And I do feel great after that. I usually feel quite satisfied for most of the morning and I feel energetic. I kind of imagine this green goodness like going all through my body and just making me feel wonderful. So I know that one works and I tried it. Last night I ate some homemade pizza, which is wonderful. Pizza's great, but there was something about it afterwards. I didn't feel so good. I don't eat a lot of white flour at the moment and I just didn't feel that great. And even this morning I could still feel it, and that's a sign to me that either eat less, but I wasn't feeling full. It just or just maybe avoid it most of the time, and that's okay. It was wonderful, but So this is it, like check in with your body. Check in with your body. What is the food that really is going to nourish you and feed you? Okay, next one is medicinal laughter. I love this. I have videos, if you check out my YouTube channel, I have a video about laughter. I've used this practice. I used it regularly last summer. And oh my God, I wish I could just get back into it again. I've been traveling so much and blah. My excuses. Medicinal laughter. This basically means fake laugh. Just get into a room, go outside, lock the doors, whatever you need to do, and just fake laugh. I promise you, it's so empowering. It just makes you feel amazing. And what I would do is I would set my timer on my phone. So I'll maybe start out for a minute, or if you want to start with 30 seconds, just try it for 30 seconds. And I would increase it. I got up to 5 minutes, but usually I would just reset it, and I'd be laughing for 15 minutes for no reason. And it felt amazing. I thoroughly recommend medicinal laughter. Best thing ever. Do it every day, whenever you feel like you need to. Okay, another one that he talks about is believing yourself well. Now this plays into something that I work a lot with, and that is our negative beliefs or positive beliefs. Whatever we believe is actually true for us, whether we know that we have these beliefs or not. So this affects our health, our wealth, our relationships, all kinds of things. Believing yourself well is about looking at what you think is going to work for you, visualizing yourself in a healthy state. You know what it's like to be healthy. You know what that feels like. You've probably had a time when you just felt so good, so powerful, so full of energy and health. And even if you don't have a memory of that, you could imagine what that feels like. And what he suggests you do is you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, envisage yourself as that really powerfully energetic, ultimately, optimally healthy person. See what they do. Look how they behave, how they interact, how they eat, how they move. And then step into that healthy you and feel what that's like. And just practicing that. Another thing that he does that I love and I have tried is he does a visualization with the immune system. I'm going to say it very quickly and then we're going to finish the video. So the immune system, he says, envisage it like they were little jellyfish, all these little immune system thingies running around and just making sure, patrolling the body and just making sure everything's going well. And if there's somewhere that you're not feeling good, say you have a cold and your throat's not feeling great, what you can do is then visualize these jellyfish coming in and just gobbling up all the bad cells. Maybe they're like black eggs, or however you see it in your mind that resonates with you, and have them gobbling them all up and victorious, and then just going back and just patrolling around the body again, doing what they need to do, and feeling how good that feels to see your body be healthy again and looking after itself. Great stuff. I tried it. I don't feel sick, but when you do that, it just brightened me. It just made me feel more energetic. So there is so much that we can do, so much that we can do up here to change the way that we live, the way we perceive things, what we believe about things. And I'm on day 5. Am I feeling better? Yes. Every morning I've been listening to a CD every night. I've been doing the exercises he suggests, and it's just empowering. It feels like I have a choice. And do I feel brilliant 100% of the time? No. I'm human. I've got some stuff going on, but what I do have now is more of a toolkit. So the things that I would normally do, I can incorporate this into my tapping work and everything else that I do. And it's just motivating and inspiring. So I just wanted to share that. Again, I hope something in this resonates with you and makes you feel empowered to just, try something. Just try something. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. Bye-bye.